Good morning from Seattle, from Pike Place Market. Today we are heading out on our 7-day cruise to Alaska. Again, this is the first cruise of the entire season. We'll be the only cruise ship out there. So before we go, we're gonna go and grab some breakfast and then we'll head on the ship.
All right, honey, have a good day. I see you on Monday.
All right, we just headed outside because there is the cruise ship. Spending the next 7 days on this bad boy. Now, we did buy an upgrade to an aft cabin, and I believe we're on this top floor right there. So that'll be really nice. Norwegian Dock's very close to Pike Place. So it's a nice, easy walk. Another view of the cruise ship over there, and we are at the Starbucks. And I cannot believe there's no line here. We waited for about 45 minutes yesterday. It's about 8:30 in the morning. And this whole line was filled yesterday. But today, there's nobody. Time for some breakfast.
And then can I also do one of the beef patties? And then that's it.
We went to the pierogi, and we got 4 different things, but really only 3 different flavors. Let's see. So we got 2 of these. They're like a breakfast one. It's like bacon, egg, and cheese. And then this one is a potato and cheese. And then chocolate hazelnut, yes. aka Nutella. Yes. All right, we're here at Pier 66, which is really, really close to downtown Seattle. Our Uber driver just dropped us off, so we're gonna go in and check in for our cruise. Well, Brian didn't finish his check-in, so we weren't able to print our bag tags, but no problem, because they were able to do it at the terminal. So here's the sign. If you do forget your luggage tag or have an issue. And so yeah, so it's a pretty long line here today. So definitely try to remember your baggage tag. But I mean, we were in and out in just a few minutes. So not too bad. There's a big protest here today about the cruise.
You're tired. Tired of the excuses and tired of the inaction of report on climate and health. But we're not tired. We're not tired of talking. We're not tired of taking action. And we're not tired of telling the port about the health impacts of cruise ships. So what are the health impacts of cruise ships? You know, probably many of you are not surprised to know that the black soot, the black carbon that's coming from the vents on these cruise ships, the small particulate matter, is known to cause an increased risk of heart and lung disease. But what you probably don't know is that there's an increased incidence of lung cancer in people who don't smoke, which probably includes most people here. The small particulate matter in a study from London last year was shown to be directly linked.
What's it called? Protests going on. But this is Pier 66. It's quite a long line to get in, but the line's moving pretty quickly.
While the EPA is callers,
We are called upon to meet our needs without irreversibly damaging the prospects of our children and grandchildren.
All right, let's head inside.
From Bar Harbor.
So as soon as you get on, they split you based on your assembly station. So there's actually two places you can board. So we are assembly station G7. So we are heading towards the aft of the ship for boarding. Very interesting. Never seen this before. And we're officially back on Norwegian. So let's head on over to our assembly station. All right, so the first thing we're doing before we even go to our muster station is this. So you want to find one of these boards as quickly as you can, because this is where you're going to book all of your reservations. So if you want to go see Jersey Boys, we just booked that. Most of these are open seating, but as you can see, like this Jersey Boys show only has 134 seats left. This one only has 49. So if you want to go and see something, you got to book it really, really fast. So this is also a first for us. The rooms are already ready. Normally the rooms are not ready for a few hours, but the ship came actually this morning from Vancouver and didn't have anybody on it. And so we were able to get on right away and we were able to get into our room. All right, here we are, 15280. So this is not just a regular balcony. I paid a little extra for this one. So let's see why. All right, so this is why we paid a little bit extra for this balcony. It's an aft balcony. So we are at the back of the ship. We'll be able to see the wake. And I thought that for this cruise, this would be worth the extra money. Because not only are we going to be able to see everything on one side of the ship, but we'll get the full 360s. My only concern is after you do this, I don't know if you can go back to a regular room. But yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and before we start unpacking, let's do a room tour for you. All right, so as I already mentioned, this is an aft facing balcony. So we are on the 15th floor. We are the highest floor you can be on. Believe it or not, it was actually the same price for any of these aft balconies. So we decided to go with that because the only thing that's above us is the spa. And then we're also on the same floor as the observation lounge. So I already went on the balcony. We have one lounge chair and two regular chairs out there. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and spin around. So pretty good sized room. You have the couch. You have little reading lights by the bed. You have quite a few cabinets down here for storage. There also will be I think it's in here, a mini fridge. If you are a Latitudes Award member, normally they will leave something like this in your room. I happen to be Platinum. And so I just want to show you that they actually have these little coupons in here. So it kind of says what your perks are. And then you also have the coupons that you can present. So we get a dinner for 2 and a bottle of wine, another dinner for 2, and 1 free bag of laundry. So pretty cool. And they also left a bottle of water in here. So again, that's because of my status, not because of the room that we booked. So nice big cabinet in here. You do have the in-room safe. These laundry hangers are the best way to tell whether you're going to have a good day or a bad day, because when these start swinging side to side, you know you're probably going to be getting seasick. All right, and in the bathroom, just a normal cruise bathroom in here. So I like the amount of shelves that it has. You have another storage container or storage cabinet underneath the sink. And then we have the Norwegian Cruise Line hand soap. And in the bathroom, in the shower, you also have their body wash and shampoo. This is supposed to be a 2-in-1 shampoo. I like that they have a separate body wash and the shampoo, because on Royal Caribbean they just have the one and it's very, very drying, I find. So hopefully this will be much better. All right, we just got delivered our chocolate covered strawberries for being platinum. So we are going to go ahead and dig into those. And then our plan for today is to go ahead and explore a little more of the ship. This is one of the reasons why we were really excited about being on this level, because you just have to keep walking right through. And you're right in the observation lounge. So there's a ship model. And then all the different plaques from the different ports. And there's a ton of them. I think this is the biggest ship model I've ever seen. Look at all that. So plenty of places to sit in here, and they also have food. They have some meats and cheeses, desserts, sandwiches, fruit, coffee, water. Just a nice place to relax. All right, so at the front of the observation lounge, they have more food. They have a bar, plenty of seating, and if you go towards the front, that's where you have the two-story. I'll zoom out. Here you have the big two-story observation. See the Space Needle over there. And this ship was the first one that had this observation lounge. They specifically designed it for Alaska, and then most of the ships in this class now have the same lounge. All right, so we just entered the Garden Cafe, which is the big buffet here, and it is super packed. As you can see, just one floor below us was the observation lounge that had some light bites, and it was pretty empty. So just an idea to stay away from this place and try the observation lounge. So we haven't been on Norwegian in about 5 years, and even the last time we went with Brian, that was his first time, but it was on the Norwegian Sky, which was really small. And I kept telling him that you got to try these big ships, especially with the food, because Royal Caribbean food is just really not that good. And I think he is in love. What do you think?
Delicious.
Trying some of the Indian food and the Asian food. I think it's just the variety too that's really amazing on this ship. So it's like 50 degrees and raining out, but you know those kids have to be in the pool. So there's some that just went into the swimming pool. They were in the splash pad. But I'm not gonna lie, if this opens, I'm definitely doing the tube. The drop slide, I don't know about, but I'm definitely doing the tube this trip. Right next to the Cruise Next X is Starbucks, and we did get the Starbucks package included with booking through Chase. So basically we can come to Starbucks as much as we want, and we did not get the alcohol package. So this is a really good alternative, and it's just a regular Starbucks. They have all the mugs, they have everything. So they have the Norwegian Bliss, they have Los Angeles and Miami and Seattle, I believe, as well. But yeah, we can get as many drinks as we want. Pretty cool. Right, so because I am a platinum, I went down to Cruise Next and they gave me all of my complimentary events. So tomorrow at 6 p.m. in the observation lounge, we have the exclusive gathering. They usually have some alcohol and some snacks, complimentary. And Brian is only a bronze, but they are allowing him to go to this one. And then on this side, tomorrow we have the behind the scenes tour. And on the 11th, we have wines around the world. I tried to see if I could transfer this one to Brian because I know he would enjoy it more than I would, but unfortunately only the platinum guest is allowed to. It's a company policy, so that's okay. That's understandable. But then yeah, we have the wines around the world. So yeah, we'll see how those go. Brian was waiting for his coffee, his second coffee at Starbucks, and I saw somebody holding this. And I asked if they found it, but they said no, they actually made it. So we actually exchanged ducks. So I gave them one of ours, and we got one of these. And this apparently is their first cruise ever. How fun. So it is WrestleMania, and this was the best we could do. I have it on my computer. And this is the upgraded internet package. It's supposed to allow streaming, and so far so good. It was kind of slow to load. I was a little nervous, but it's working pretty good now. All right, so the captain just came on, and they said that, they're finishing up preparations to leave. However, they're saying that the first half of our trip is going to be, what did they say, unsteady? Unsteady. I guess there's like a big system coming in, a low pressure system, and they're expecting big swells and wind, and I'm just glad I brought a lot of motion sickness tabs. So this is one of the dangers when you're doing Alaska. Even if you're doing like an inside passage tour, it doesn't really matter because you're still at some point going to the Pacific Ocean. So we will definitely report back on how bad it is tomorrow. We are finally leaving. We're going to go head up to like deck 16, 17 and go actually watch the sail away from outside. But nice view from our room. And we'll see you in 7 days back in Seattle. Goodbye, Seattle. It's starting to rain here. It's time to sail away. All right, there's Seattle behind us. So we are moving on out. I've already taken plenty of Dramamine in preparation. I feel like this is going to be a really rough one the next couple days. But yeah, we're going to go hang out the rest of the evening, grab some dinner, go to maybe a show, go to a raffle or two. And the only thing I want to show you is this. Here is the go-karts. And they're having a bunch of issues already. They've had a few go-karts they had to stop. So good thing, we weren't the first people on here. Speedway is open. At some point, we'll definitely do this. It's $15 per person. But they're moving pretty good. Sail away party. Kids are in the pool. It's raining. The laser tag, the door is open, so I can just show you real quick. They only have it going at night, but I think this is definitely something we're going to do. That's cool. Alright, we haven't been on the waterfront yet because that's where they were boarding people, and they were also doing some refueling, so we're going to go head out there. Waterfront is a really cool concept with Norwegian on these ships. And so basically it's a bunch of the restaurants. You can sit inside or outside, and they also have some bars. They have a gelato shop and the bake shop accessible, and they also have some seating, which is really nice. Maybe not for this cruise, but in general it's pretty nice. So on the waterfront they also have these binoculars you can use. Here's a first view of the wake. And yeah, you can barely even see Seattle in the distance there. We are really moving. So far, decently calm seas, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. All the way in the back of the ship, they also have these see-through, if you want a little thrill. All right, we are at the Manhattan room, and it was very, very busy. as I show you the appetizers. It was very busy. They gave us a pager to come back, but it only took like 10 or 15 minutes. And so we actually got a really good seat, which I'll show you in a minute. But here we have the appetizers, the classic entrees that are available every night. And then you also have today's featured entrees. And here's our view. It's not, it's not beautiful, but at least we get the water view, which is always really nice and relaxing. As always, you got to start with the bread basket. All right, Brian's starting with some wontons, and I have the French onion soup. The second appetizer is a Greek salad, and Brian got a... All right, and finally, our appetizers. I got the chicken piccata, and Brian got baked ziti. Finally, for dessert, we have the chocolate lava cake. Brian got one too, and he also got a creme brulee. It's about 8 p.m. Still see plenty of mountains out there, and we are pretty quickly still. Take a look at this one right ahead. So it is still pretty cloudy, but yeah, really nice out here for sure. Moving fast, and the wind is pretty strong. Well, it's still nice and bright out here about 8 p.m. Starbucks is open today until 10 p.m., so we're grabbing another coffee. But I also wanted to show you, when you're closer to the water, you can really see the speed. So I don't really get too nauseous anymore on cruises, but if I end up looking at the water, yeah, it's pretty bad. We just got back to our room, and this is the first time we really see what it looks like out of the back of our cabin. Yeah, this is amazing. What a view. Sun is setting. It's getting darker. Wow, amazing. We're making a big turn now, and it's a bit hard to see, but actually the camera's picking up on it pretty good. We're making this big turn. There's a mountain over here. You can see kind of the top to it. It's really beautiful being on the back of the ship. And that's why we were so close to the shore, because the pilot ship is coming to pick up the pilot, or just picked him up. And we are now on our own.